done a big miracle in my life. I really want to thank Lord for what He has done in my life in all these 23 days of hospitalization. I think everyone can hear me, right?
Yes, Edison. Yes.
Yeah, Edison, go ahead, go ahead.
So on 30th afternoon, um, just went to hospital. First I went to SMF. They said there is no uh, bed there. So from there we went to MGM, Ananagar. Um, so MGM hospital, they said they have bed. We went there. I took a scan there and then they've admitted me. So afternoon till evening I was there in MGM. And after seeing the scan, the doctor said that we cannot treat here because we don't have ICU beds. So you need to shift him immediately to some other hospital because the infection is about 70 percentage in my lungs. So from there we shifted to Global Hospital, Perumbakam. So when they were shifting there, it was just about like 8 liters of oxygen support, which is what is required for me. So they have shifted me to Perumbakam Global. So there they took a blood test that was actually in the parking area. They're saying that they're still arranging for the bed. So I was there sitting in the parking area for almost half an hour to 45 minutes. So they took the blood test, and from there they shifted me to for taking scan again. So they took me scan, and then they put me in a normal ICU. That day I was totally there in the normal ICU without any problem. It was going good. The next day, I don't know what happened. Many people came. They were discussing, and they're shifting me with the bed itself. They're pushing me by bed to another ICU. I don't know what's happening. It's like four people surrounded me, running, pushing me to an ICU, a main ICU. There they shifted immediately, and they were running like anything. I don't know what's happening. I'm okay, but what's happening? Why these people are panic? Because I don't know what is my saturation level and all. So these people are very panic and they were running hard. So in the ICU, I saw like around 10 people standing around me. I was really panicked, like what's happening? Why these many people standing behind? And they took my mask out and they gave me another oxygen tube. I just asked, what is this? I was afraid like whether they are giving me this ventilator. They said like it's NRBM. So HFNC, high flow something oxygen. And they inserted me that. It was like a vacuum cleaner. How a vacuum cleaner make noise when it blows. It was like that. They inserted me inside my nose. It was horrible. And then only I came to know that it was about 60 liters of oxygen at 80 percentage they were giving me. That day totally I was un- half-minded. I don't know what happened after that. I spoke to my wife. She made me a call because she was about to move from the hospital. They said that she should not be there. So she called me and she was crying. I said, "Don't worry, nothing happened. I'm okay." She said, like, "Don't worry." And she said, like, "Just I'm leaving from here. Don't worry." I said, "Okay, no problem. Don't worry." But after that call, I don't know what happened to me. I was like actually semi-conscious. They made me to lie in the proning position, that is the side, and it was not comfortable for me. I was totally like half-minded. I will call the nurse for something, but I'll say nothing. Please go. So every 10 minutes, I'll be calling the nurse and they'll say nothing, go back. Because I don't know what I was trying to say. So I got a vision, like a alien kind of thing, a lot of tentacles. I can see that it is dancing and laughing at me. I said, God, something is trying to do something to me. You have to do something. I was praying, nothing else. I was just praying and I don't know what happened after that. It was like semi-conscious state. The same vision my wife also had. So we both had the same vision and we prayed, that's all. And that day evening, about afternoon, I believe, doctor called my wife and said, it is like cat on the wall. We will try our best. So and they said like anytime we can put him on ventilator. So that is when my wife started floating this information to everyone. I was right. It was like a miracle. People from all over the world praying for me. Like God raised these people. I don't know, like how come like people from different part of the world were praying for me. My entire church was fasting and praying for me because like Gabriel Pastor has sent one voice message with my photo. It was like the entire church was praying for me, and like entire campus rosette were praying for me. Entire FMBB was praying for me. It was like I don't even know that these many people will pray for me. It's the prayer that brought me back. It is God who brought me back. It was He who did everything. Praise only be to Him. Because on 31st, when God doctor said it was cat on the wall to my wife, and the next day morning, I saw a mission standing next to me. The doctor said, I brought this for you. This is the ventilator mission. But I didn't use it. It is a miracle that done by God. And after that, I was there 7 days later. They put me in a step down ICU. Everything was perfect. So I went to a step down ICU. On that day night, everything was perfect. The next day morning, there was a saturation drop and everything was okay. But on that day night, my heartbeat went up to 140. It was too heavy. I got a chest pain. The doctor came by 11 o'clock and he tested everything. They made a pulmonary angio, and in that, I got 80% of infection in my lungs. The seventh day, when everything was perfect, the next day everything went upside down. My liver, my kidney, my lungs, everything got affected too much high. So, night 12 o'clock, they shifted me back again to ICU. It was like the next day morning, one doctor said, put me in. I'm on HFNC again. High flow oxygen. No, I said, I don't want. I said, no, I'm perfect. I don't want. The doctor was insisting. I prayed to God again, saying that I don't want to go to HFNC again. And God answered my prayer. God answered my prayer. Didn't put me on HFNC. The same doctor said, okay, no problem. Let him be on normal mask itself. That is a God who did miracle again there. 2 days I was there and ICU again. The next day they shifted me to non-COVID ICU because they said the infection is over, so you cannot transmit to anyone. You can move to non-COVID ward. So they have moved to non-COVID ICU. So I was there for another 3 days. So totally 13 days. So totally 13 days I was in ICU. They shifted me to ward. Ten days. 10 days I was in ward. With oxygen support again. The next day after shifting to ward, I got fever. Doctors were like thought there is some infection. So they made some blood test, culture test, everything. And everything came normal. 2-3 days later, again another fever came. We were confused. Again they took blood test. Again to culture, everything. Then it is normal. By the grace of God. Everything is by the grace of God. One good thing that happened in ICU is that I started reading the Bible. So I read Psalms, Proverbs fully. And then New Testament. I think I read all the books written by Saint Paul. And then this is what I did. So God gave me strength to read Bible. I was just reading Bible and praising God. Nothing else I did in the ICU. And in the evening I used to hear audio Bible of the Old Testament. And this I have completed till First Samuel's. So all these happened in the ICU. Praise be to God. It is only Him who saved me and He gave me new life. I saw the report. It was said. And the report, respiratory failure. One single line that said everything. My respiratory got failed. And God gave me the respiration again. Praise be to God. On the last day before discharge, the chief doctor came and said to my wife, your husband is here because the act of God. He's not a believer, he's a non-believer. But he said this word, your husband is here because of the act of God. Praise be to God who gave me life. Thank you.